Hey, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm fresh up on the cross, just be flying off. No currency unless it's my money. I'm accepted by every blind. I make a Bobby an island. They created Bible, they created country. Bury all the Bibles underneath the country. Hoping they're thirsty, cause I got the knowledge. I got the wisdom, my shine like the knowledge. They got, oh my God, it's before I'm the copy. Like you and tonight, and believe in the magic. I am a prophet. I am a magic with deception. I got the action with deception. I'm gonna write this prayer, I'll never be less. So I'm not asking for a blessing. Yeah. P-O-E-L-O, yeah, it's the right boss. If you got a job and you got a clothes, please call me that mom. Just cause I act good, you won't kill me, not right, y'all. What's the point of getting bitches when you take a kid off like a diaper? You niggas been setting flights since the beginning, but there's no such thing as sinning in Genesis, bitches. This is my vision, I am the God of the first flight. Just wanna experience how it is physical, not a flight pass on this earth. In two different planes, a plane in this plane of existence. I ain't reaching my level when you niggas ain't even lifted, you know. Go, right to the throne, like ain't your position. Bigger than your life, pocket full of stone, big as the picture, you know. Yeah, Jesus Christ, no, Jesus Christ, pray for forgiveness. Bitch, I ain't your father. If you look at the sentence of the Bible, yeah, I'm the author. I'm so honored that God did not hurt. The guy is the voice of my life, the worship is like his worship. Yeah, I came of Jesus Christ, I came of Jesus Christ. They hated on Jesus Christ, but they hated Jesus Christ. I came of Jesus Christ, I came of Jesus Christ. They hated on Jesus Christ, but they hated Jesus Christ. Goddamn, I'm a Apollo man, and you know that's exclusive flights. I do not land, it's the Apollo man, and you know that I feel it. I'm not pop man, please don't try my head, they still on me in the music flights. Just goddamn, you're the now man, cause you know you just do it. Yeah. Like a ram, I'm on that flight again. You wanna lose, cause I like the win. I like the win. What should we do? The haters who touch your man. I nothing like cool, like mixing that shit. No, we need to go. I'm getting quick with no ice and no legs. Straight on my back with that play with a rip for the trail. Like no friend, like never kids. And you can play with me, I might just be good. And I'm about to miss somebody with 2 years. I do the long time ago. Those things, Jesus Christ, and the good. I got time to think when I know my eyes are when I call it sweat. If you run away when I up the pass, it's right on I'm trying to play, I feel up the back of my God. The time to play, so way up, I'm not that. Bitch, I ain't going far. I'll be looking at the credits of the Bible, yeah, I am the author. I'm so honored that God did not hurt. The guy is your worship, I'm flying to worship, the sacrifice of fear. I came from Jesus Christ, I came from Jesus Christ. They hated on Jesus Christ, but they hated Jesus Christ. I came from Jesus Christ, I came from Jesus Christ. They hated on Jesus Christ, but they hated Jesus Christ. Yeah, nigga, ride that motherfucking flight, nigga. We on that motherfucking bullshit, nigga. Don't let Apollo, man. My nigga raw. Let's do it. Yeah, flights is the flight boss, baby. Living up the level 3. The coffin with the coffin with me. Yeah. From the dogs down, driving to the flights. Yeah. I'm the guy, baby. Not forgiving me. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so on a mission, and I'm on a mission. Take a look on you souls and conquer all of my goals, and then all of the hoes, and then all of the yo, put me up to keep on, we'll be going, getting God at a job first. Yeah, fight boss, cause I'm blind first. Yeah, oh my God, what we gonna learn? You live your life like a car with the wrong turn. I like the skills from the arm, get a wrong turn. Just cause I'm a star, I like the blind first. I live behind the scenes. Words on the comments and numbers. Sounds pop like it's thunder. Clouds fuck up the summer. Clouds dump and put under. I ain't up and I'm over. Y'all stuck in the plunder. Like going down the drain. You need a plumb or a plunger. You dumb motherfuckers. Yeah, bitches like that. Yeah. It's like that. Wow. Yeah. Automatic accelerants, ammunition, ready for war and any opponent can get it. Not no competition, I'll complete the niches, got me living. Ready to beat and they conceal it with lyrical healing. Professional style, basketball, miracle dribbling. My 8 eyes ahead of my time, ahead of the prime. In my prime, protect the grind. Now I can recline, then have it while I damage your pride. Simple, why you be lying? Why you behind sheets war? Only when I see the mirrors when I wish a nigga would. Just keep it real with yourself and reflect back to the world. Usually how he treats his mom is usually how he treats his girl. And respect is how he live. Bonded with love, so you see what's relevant. Like in these obstacles, shit, I know that acting niggas make me sit calm. Joking like the Cosby Show, involved in scandals, open like the broken nose. I off the handle, open like the open road. My head up like a nigga with a broken nose. Known to play my cards like these other niggas known to fold.
What up, dog? More shit flex. Have you ever seen the more shit? We the guys, the one that you shoot more shit. What the fist the eyes, so we can go to war, bitch. Yeah. We the guys, the one that you shoot more shit. Yeah. Woo! What it do, what it is. Word. All right, y'all. What it do? This is the peace dealer. Yeah. Shout out to those of you who were able to hear that. I wanted to pump the vibes with Aries energy so that we can get sparked, because we're in for some very complex politics. I got a new deck today, the Tarot of Sexual Magic. This came in just in time, Tarot de la Magia Sexual. I'm talking about sexual relationship politics, so I will be pulling from this deck. This is already my favorite card, okay? Intergalactically, the purpose of this eclipse is to shift your focus to perceive things intergalactically instead of just on a world level. So come November, when the North Node goes into Cancer, all of this space energy is going to start to integrate in the world. This is where you're going to see physically the results for this past eclipse, where we've seen the results for Virgo Pisces, infinity and existential awareness tie into how we look at the universe. All right, here's the Knight of Swords card. Gemini, what's up, Hoey? You know how we do. Anyway, yeah, so given Mars that has retrograded back in Capricorn, Venus coming into Libra couldn't be timed any more perfectly, because once again, given that we're so much stronger in ourselves, the way you sexually express yourself is highly, highly, highly set and ready in a large level to shift, and to shift in the most miraculous of ways. So just to kind of reiterate, you know, Venus is seen as a love planet. It's seen as a planet for relationships. The way I personally interpret astrology, I look at Venus as a planet that governs feminine sexuality. It has connotations to Lucifer. And this is important because Lilith is in Aquarius right now. Freaky ass Lilith is in freaky ass Aquarius. And some, for those of y'all who know how freaky Aquarius can be, it's finna get lit. And so we're starting this transit off with a Venus in Libra trine Lilith in Aquarius. over the next year, Lilith like just entered Aquarius. So the reason why a lot of you have been more horny than normal, the reason why a lot of you have been really expressing latent, deep sexual energy is because we had Mars retrograding and Lilith passing each other. So that really evokes this at the greatest level, where you're channeling it at levels that are not just specific to you. And a lot of people don't know this, but Aquarius is way more freaky than Scorpio. And Scorpio is freaky. Scorpio is more loyal freaky though. And Scorpio is more pure than Aquarius. So that's why Aquarius is way more freaky. But yes, this is really important because what makes this relationship politics sexual is the gradual trine to Venus and Lilith that we're starting to transit off with. All right. Shout out to New Age Jaw, who actually recently posted, you know what I'm saying, Juno, something about Juno and Lilith. This is a really good time to know where Juno and Lilith is in your chart. Once again, Venus to me is feminine sexuality because we look too much to Mars, okay? I feel you on that fat meter, Charlie. It's real out here. It is real out here. Anyway, once again, people look to Mars as being sexuality, but Mars is just one facet of sexuality, masculine sexuality, to where you're taking the receptive quality of Venus and acting on it, okay? Venus is that other facet, which is why Venus and Mars connections are so juicy. But it's very important for you to keep in mind because a lot of how you turn on your charm in tandem with your knowledge of your own sexuality, which I'm going to do a Lilith. I haven't done Lilith transit videos, but this Lilith in Aquarius is so key that I have to do one. So stay tuned for that transit talk. Because we just had the eclipse, Lilith going through Aquarius, which is really like the only planet that's going to be there, is very important. This is the cosmic sex revolution. Over the next 6 months to 6 years, you guys are going to be seeing out in the open sexual connections, sexual relationship constructs, sexual energy, sexual themes that are just out of this world. They're different. And it's nothing that's new. It's just going to finally come out into the open because humanity is ready for it. Whereas it couldn't come out before because people have gotten ostracized. Now people is definitely, you know what I'm saying, open to this, okay? So keep that in mind because it's very important that you embrace this weird sense of sexuality within you. And because a lot of people are stepping into their greater superpowers, there is an importance in how you use your superpowers, your super abilities to express your sexuality. This Leo eclipse has birthed newfound courage within you. And I want you to literally type a fire emoji if you feel this newfound sense of courage. So I don't necessarily want to say that you were birthed courage. Over the past 2 weeks, have you actually felt courage and confidence as opposed to Cancer season and Gemini season? Let the amount of fire emojis be the level of confidence you've stepped into as well. If you've gotten a lot of confidence, let there be a lot of fire. This is not just like confidence. It's a fire that's been lit and you're stoking. So we're moving into Libra and we're starting this Libra transit opposite Chiron in Aries, opposite Saturn in Capricorn. And you need to remember that hurt people hurt people. The reason why you have this confidence is so you can step into situations where people are going to be narcissistic. People are going to look at the natural shine you have, because when you're living your life, you're not aware of your aura like other people are aware of your aura. And out of denial, those who refuse to love you, those who refuse to respect you, you're going to be directly confronting that. This is where politics come in. When do you use your sexual charm? When do you not? Listen to me here. The opposition to Chiron is going to be especially stressful for you, Libra, and for you, Aries, okay? Do not be put off by negative reactions to your swag. This is a swag upgrade. You want to be able to take the strength of this Leo eclipse so that you can apply it over the next 2 weeks when you're in front and dealing with people who feel about you in a very negative way, and you do not stoop to their level. You powerfully still be you. This is important because you're going to see very quickly how it's not just a black and white thing. A lot of people who admire you, a lot of people who like you, they're going to let you know they like you. A lot of people are going to be sending you unsolicited dick pics, unsolicited titty pics, unsolicited crotch pics, okay? And this is because the way they express, I don't do unsolicited. It's like, if you getting something from me, it's because you wanted it, okay? I'm Captain, I gotta be classy that way. But the level of which people are more open with their sexuality is like a okay, so be careful about that. It's something that when I say is going to get weird, it's going to get really weird. Even the nature of sex and the way people connect sexually is going to be different because people are going to start channeling sex positions. Some of you are going to tap in a Lilith and Aquarius, and you'll be out here doing sex moves you didn't even know you could do. That's because you're not really doing it. You're channeling extra dimensional energy in your sex. But what's going to happen are the sexual conversations. We're stepping into sexual relationship politics to where you can have sex just by talking to somebody. And if you're not aware, you can literally merge vibrations with someone that you don't want to. And this is why the politics is very key. Now, I'm not really a fan of politics. I'm not going to lie. I don't even have Libra in my chart. I don't have Virgo. That's because I don't deal with those details. I handle more the other quadrants. So I hate politics. I feel like it's just a bunch of stuff that you have to be careful that you can't do or can do. Politics are very necessary. It's impossible to live life without some type of political structure that at least helps represent the right energies. It's just when it comes to this relationship politics, the whole notion about what's right to do in relationships with people is changing. And one way to contextually see this is the way that people don't even ascribe to gender and sex the same way. So we're going to start seeing different rhetoric when it comes to people who are asexual, when it comes to people who are intersex, when it comes to people who don't necessarily, yes, maybe I'm going to pull cards. When it comes to people who aren't necessarily in tune with the traditional structures. This is everything that the new download packs are bringing, but it gets even deeper. A lot of your abilities to sense and intuitively and intimately connect are going to be so much more deep. And this is very important because a lot of you, a lot of people, for some reason, are not aware that the reclusive energy has hit intergalactically, but in this case, worldwide. So a lot of you think that you're hermits. A lot of you think you're introverted when you're really extroverted. You just had to go through a 12th house transit. You just had to go through an inner world. So some of you think you're introverts, and Venus and Libra is going to bring you out again, and you're going to realize, oh, wow, I'm more extroverted than I thought. No, you were never introverted. It's just that everyone around the world has been going through ego death. Everyone around the world in some capacity has had to isolate themselves, especially people who've been out and they haven't had time for themselves. They were in front of a lot of people still feeling alone, still feeling isolated. So know that this was meant to happen. Venus and Libra is now going to allow you to draw new boundaries, because once this goes into Venus and Scorpio, oh my goodness. So for those of you who felt alone, for those of you, Emily Hoffmeyer, intersex are people who are born with more than just an XX or XY chromosome. Like if you have XXXY or XXXXX tentacion, you know what I'm saying? Intersex, which is a super rare amount of the population. People are majority going to be XX or XY. But regardless, the politics around how people draw their boundaries. You're about to see people be so much more open with their sexuality, given this greater confidence. But with anything good, there's also negativity. And you're going to quickly see how people take advantage of this openness in consciousness. And so you must have discernment. We have the square to Saturn retrograde. You have to make sure, be open with your sexuality, be open with your heart, but be in a position to have discernment, and don't have sex with people who don't have integrity. Don't have sex with people who are not pure. Don't have sex with people who you don't have a heart connection to. I cannot tell you who to have sex with. So go and have sex with whoever the hell you want to. But I'm just giving you this advice because as people's energy is evolving, the sexual connectivity is evolving. Once again, sexual relationship politics. Venus in Libra is going to change a lot of people's minds about how sacred sex is to them, to where some people just don't get it. Some people are out there having sex with whoever, which is not the wisest thing you can do at all. Now, some people have sexual karma to where, like, there's some Sagittarius people who can have sex with anyone they want. They have Mars conjunct Sun on the North Node in Sag. Like, it's their destiny to be Genghis Khan and to sow they oats. Like, it's their destiny to share their vibration, because a lot of Sagittariuses, they heal through sex. A lot of Leos, they're sexual beings. So those are exceptions. That's why you see Sagittarius out here slanging it for everyone, because they're kind of meant to have sex with as many people they want. But unless Pluto is there, and that's to a degree. Other people, you know what I'm saying? That's not to every Sag. Some Sages have Scorpio energy, and they're like, okay, I'm just going to be a whore to my partner. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just joking. You're not whores, but yes. Others of you, you know what I mean? You have to have a degree of sacred sexuality. You know what I mean? So keep this in mind. It does go for the moons too, to a degree. You want to be very mindful about what are the politics that go with you being in relationships. This is the first time Venus is in Libra and Uranus is not in Aries. Last time Venus was in Libra, Uranus was in Aries. And there was an incredible amount of energy that we were manifesting in a very amazing way that allowed us to revolutionize how we even be with other people. For those of you who are willing to be crazy and do your own thing, Venus in Libra is going to attract partners and friends who vibrate at your weird frequency. This is why I say, with the opposition to Chiron and the square to Saturn, when you get hit with negativity, which is going to directly hurt your ego. So over the next week or two, 100% expect for your ego to kind of get hurt, because we all think we're fly at some capacity, or some of you think that you're not good enough, and this is going to get bruised. You need to let it get bruised. You need to let people express indirectly, because they're cowards, or directly if they're about that life, what they don't like about you, so that you can look them back in the eyes and be like, that's unfortunate, honey. That's so unfortunate. Are you big mad? Well, I have a song for you. Oh, do I have a song for you? And this Venus in Libra transit, y'all, I want you to sing the Big Mad song. Okay? Hold on, let me get this. So it's very simple, okay? People are gonna be very petty, you know what I'm saying? And you just have to look them in the eye. Just be like, boo, that is so unfortunate. I'm living my best life out here, and you just mad. Is it because my swag is too cool? Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? I will never find another lover madder than you. madder than you. You were so mad, it's unfair. What did I do to you? Except be me. So true. I see you mad as hell, my friend. See you even mad again. See you getting madder. It's so crazy. Am I pushing buttons? I don't know. Cause you looking really childish all my life. I pray for someone like you. You is so mad, it makes me feel a little blue. All my life, I pray for someone like you. And you so mad, it's kind of making me blue. Except I don't really care at all. Yeah, I see you mad. It's quite unfortunate, because I'm really glad. And I know you think I'm a loser. And I see you mad, and it's funny. I'm not even rapping or rhyming. And you just want a little pause in the song so they can be like, wow, did you really sing that? And then you hit it back again, and you be like, all my life, I pray for someone like you to be big mad when I'm just living my life true. And all my life, I pray for someone like you to be big mad so I can keep it true. You will be my scapegoat for other people who's mad, so they can look at you and be like, he obviously don't care, because he's just doing the stuff that made him mad in the first place. Okay. And that's just it there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. My voice is just like so good. I didn't mean to grace you with my impeccable singing. Like, I hit every note. Like, let's just clap for me real quick. But yeah, yo, that's the Big Mad song. It's not Venus and Aries. If it was Venus and Aries, it'd be like, oh, you mad, son? Oh, you mad, son? Remember, Venus was in Aries, like just smacking the crap out of angels because they were playing around. But it's in Libra, so you have to be charming. Okay, there's a difference between Aries and Libra. Aries is just like, you know what I'm saying? Who asked you your opinion? Leo and Libra, it's more classy. It's there's a hint of sarcasm. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Did you hear that? Where is that? I'm trying to look for who asked for your opinion. I have no idea. You see the difference there? They say the same things. Aries asking, who asked for your dumbass opinion? Libra is like, can you help me find the person who asked for your opinion? Because I cannot find them. I cannot. Who asked you to let me know how you feel about what I do? Now, there's a greater precedence being here. Libra is a master of sociology, and it was taught by Aquarius. So it's very important. Like, this is the attitude of courage that we're bringing out. And some of you, I'll take that. Will Ferrell from Step Brothers. That's amazing. It's important because some of you are making a switch that is going to seem dramatic. You're untapping inner strength. And so it may feel like you're breaking through from insecurities that never really were from you. You're breaking through from an old way of being. So because you keep that same energy and you let those who are unfortunate, be unfortunate, remember, you have achieved victory. This victory is your $1 billion aura, especially if you've been doing these ceremonies and rituals with us. You have been inducted in the $1 billion aura club. We refine our vibration together. So you are breaking through this transit through testing how powerful your inner world is. For those of you with internal locuses of control, you winning. You winning. You is winning, okay? For those of you with external locuses of control, you got this, but you cannot take too personally other people's projection of their version of you in their hearts and heads, because that is not who you really are. You're you. So Libra wants you to let people do it so that you can balance it out with you. This is politics, though. So this is like politicians, mayors, newscasters who don't like each other, but they still have to show up to the event. They still have to say hi, even though they know people are giving fake smiles and fake hugs. If it was really the way it was supposed to be, oh my gosh. But, you know, so keep this in mind, because you guys are going to indirectly show a lot of people that any negative projections that they project on you are not going to work on you. And this is why you have to show up. Put a heart emoji if you're ready to connect with your soulmate. Put a heart emoji if you're ready to connect with karmic partners that are very important to you, because this is going to bring back a lot of karmic partners. Venus is going to enter Scorpio and then retrograde. So there's a convergence happening where you have to meet certain exes, soulmates, karmic partners to establish stuff and move forward. For those of you in relationships, your relationship up until this point was just a ship, and now you're ready to fuse. Now you're ready to connect and break through your connection to the next level, so that when it's in Scorpio, boom, the intimacy is evolving on a level hitherto unimaginable. So keep this in mind, because if you're single, a lot of you are not about to be single anymore. And every time that I say this transit is going to bring relationships, I remember I'm talking to a lot of people. So this only applies to certain people, because Venus was in Aries. When Venus was in Aries, this was another karmic gateway that made a lot of single people not single. But if it didn't happen to you, it's nothing wrong with you. You just had a different contract. Now, this Venus in Libra is different, to where everybody is involved, because this was right after an eclipse. So for those of you who've been manifesting your own mate to your soul first, become your own mate to your soul first. Ray killed that. Very true. For those of you who've been doing the work to manifest, this soulmate is not about to fall on your lap. The reason why this relationship is just going to happen like that with the quincunx to Uranus, and let me explain this here. Libra is 6 houses away from Uranus and Taurus. So as they quincunx, bam, a relationship becomes physical. But I need to have you understand that this is because of the hard work that you've done ever since Venus and Jupiter conjuncted in Scorpio last year. And then you did that 6 months of work to where it was in Aries. And then you did more work, whether in a relationship or single, to now that it's in Libra. So it's not just coming in thin air. This is stuff you've worked for. The relationships that you manifest are going to vibrate with the energy you've been putting out, with the politics and the relationship dynamics that you have basically told the universe you want through your actions, not through what you've been saying. So keep that in mind, because this is going to be very exciting. Once again, this is a transit where, both based on you really sticking to who you are and not really compromising, you're going to manifest in your relationships with people, whether platonic, whether romantic. Because remember, Venus is more about sexuality outside of marriage. It's just relationships. Venus is the feminine sexuality and pleasantness and sense of beauty that you express to people regardless of your connection, that you do to your spouse, like you do to your parents, like you do to your sisters and brothers, like you do to your friends. When it comes to marriage, when it comes to actual partnership, we look to Juno. We look to the asteroid Juno. I'm not entirely sure where Juno is now in the chart, which will be very interesting to see. But I do know that with Venus that is squaring Saturn and opposing Aries, you have to come straight up to terms with everything that you're nervous about, especially when it comes to your sexuality. If you feel, what is everything you would do if you were free of any inhibition? I want you to envision yourself. And that's why I love Libras, because they're like the hitches of the zodiac. Even Libras that are like low-key nerdy and like they look like they can't really connect, they got the swag too. They're just not using it. So like some of you want to watch Hitch again, but really activate your inner Hitch. What is the you that is uninhibited? Do that anyway. So that when you do that, you're going to bring up facets within you that make you feel stuck. What's going to happen is you're going to sense the negativity, and this is a fear you can break through. Okay, you still want to do this anyway, even if you get rejected. In some senses you won't, but even if you feel like there's some kind of sideways shade, you want to still do this anyway. So you're creating neural pathways to break through any feeling of being stuck. And this applies to a lot of you, myself included. This is going to be such a great transit to break through, but you have to have guts, okay? You have to have the guts to not really care about the negative things people think and feel, because you're going to feel this. It's not, Venus in Libra is very cunning. So it's not going to be in your face. It's going to be very indirect. And it's going to be in a sense where you might try and talk to someone and you feel in the room, oh, this person thinks they can talk to them, but you still have to do it anyway. This is a transit where you want to break out of your shell. This is a I mean, some of you aren't in a shell, but if you are, you need to do this. And you know what I'm saying? People kind of have this feel good sense to where, you know, it's different. Like for those of you who are projectors in human design, like I have Venus in my 12th. I'm also a projector in human design. And my Mars is in Aries. So one thing that I had to learn was to stop making the first move, because I always make the first move. Like that's how I love to do it. Like I don't care if I get rejected. So it's not like I've ever been afraid of being rejected, because I have the Capricorn that just the time is on point. But I had to learn that I have to be receptive. I have to be more feminine. And that's kind of difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like not making the first move when that's stereotypical. So I will make the first move, just like I'm encouraging you guys to be open. So if you're a projector in human design, once again, you know what I'm saying, wait for that invitation, make yourself available. All the other design types, if you don't have 12th house energy where you have to literally like be receptive, you want to break through against rejection. If you feel desire, if you feel a connection, put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Be willing to talk to people, whether you're a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to make the first move. Just put yourself out there. Have a certain sense of courage. Okay? Susie Segura asks, how can we stop ourselves from crying during the drama? Anger tends to lead to tears. This is going to sound very insensitive of me, but you have to make sure under no circumstances you allow dark forces working through people close to you to even alchemize and feed off your anger. That Martian outburst and rage is literally being drained. That's why those buttons keep getting pressed. And it's very good that you asked that question, because it applies to a lot of people. Let yourself cry, but don't make it a pattern. Don't allow yourself to get angry. Trust me, that's the next wave. Anger is not a bad thing. Anger is not a bad thing. And a lot of people think hate is bad. Hate is not a bad thing. It's what do you hate? You know what I'm saying? A toothbrush is not a good or a bad thing. If I use my toothbrush to brush my teeth and my breath smells good, subjectively that's good. If I use my toothbrush to stab people in the eye as it's a makeshift knife, that's a bad thing. But that has nothing to do with the toothbrush. Hate is the same way. Hate is more about what you project it to. So don't ever get rid of hate. You can hate seemingly bad things. A lot of you hate rape. A lot of you hate proliferation of freedom. A lot of you hate lies. That's nothing bad about that. You have to know what you love. A lot of people love bad things. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. It's a lot more so about how you're investing the energy. Don't express your anger to people who don't. Now, this isn't stuff that you choose to, which is why Susie asked a great question. It's not like many people have the choice to be like, I'm going to choose not to be angry. A lot of times this is triggered. You really want to do what you can to just recenter yourself and remind yourself that you don't have to be manipulated by other people's mind games. And the Venus and Libra transit is going to make you very aware of these sexual politics, because now more than ever, you're going to have people approaching you for sex. You're going to have people approaching you for relationships. It's a period of time where with an incoming retrograde, the reason why we're going to have the retrograde is some of you are going to be getting in touch with different type of people. Some of you are going to be connecting with people who are a little bit, who you think are ahead of your league. You're going to be connecting with some people who kind of make you uncomfortable because you think they're not on your level. And then you go into Sagittarius to Scorpio, and it retrogrades, and you realize, oh, I was wrong. We're on the same level. Oh, I was wrong. This is different. Now it has to retrograde back in Libra. So the social circle you're connecting with, because you're changing, also reflects this. So because you're going to be approached in different ways, you have to be in, I love this deck. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. All right. You have to be in a position to really know, what are your politics? What are your rules? MK said, today I got weirdos. I was like, bye, no. It's going to be a lot of that, because if we look at the majority of the world, not everyone lives at a certain level. So keep that in mind. It's less about whether they're weird or not. It's more about what answers you answer, what boundaries that you have. The deck is called Tarot of the Sexual Magic, Tarot de la Sexual Magic, or Magia Sexual. So keep that in mind. This is going to be very riveting. Aries, we need to talk. Aries and Libra, we need to talk. If you are, first of all the signs, please don't ask for permission to be you. Don't ask for permission to do something that you know is true to you, okay? Ask someone else for permission if you're about to cross their line, if you're about to cross their boundaries and you need their permission to do that. Other than that, with you, no. Aries, you need to be very mindful that some people are going to just doubt you because. Did I make my own tarot deck yet? April Williams. If you follow Power Peace Tarot on Instagram, we are actually in the works of making it. I'm teaming up with a gorgeous Virgo woman, and she's illustrating a lot of the cards. So we got the major arcana done already, and we'll soon open up for pre-ordering. But yes, be very mindful, my friends, because once again, you don't have to ask for permission. And Aries, you have to be really willing to know that there has been an element of you fighting for people's respect because you're very prideful and you just don't like the way that people have been relegating some of your most genius observations as to something basic. And let this Venus and Libra transit allow you to completely stop caring at a greater level over whether people respect you or not. And Libra, this is the same for you. It's not that you care, you do it in a different way because you understand the importance of image, but know that with Chiron opposite you, you're going to be dealing with damaged egos. You're going to be dealing with individuals. This is not just specific to Aries. You're going to be dealing with this in every zodiac sign with everyone. So you and Aries have to be a little bit more sensitive about how forceful you come across, and also hold others accountable to these politics, which will be directly influenced by you. And this is where with Capricorn and Cancer, you have to, on the spot, be 100% open with what it is you expect with people. Aries and Libra, you don't have to be that open because this is going to be inferred. Like, people are going to see this. Capricorn and Cancer, you have to be 100. You can't do this indirect. They should have already known thing. No, you need to spell it out to people, and don't give anybody the ability this transit to try and act like, oh, they didn't know that you didn't like A, B, C, and D. And yes, you will come off as really unreasonable and a little bit bitchy, but it's worth it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Cardinal sign, moon, and risings. This is about the identity. Sun signs too. This is about who you are identifying yourself as in these partnerships. So really own up to your quantum selves. Another thing about Venus and Libra now is that through relationships, you're going to activate your superpowers. Everything from Venus in Aries to Venus in Virgo was in a very feminine sense, refining your heart to personally map out your love language and the way you aestheticize your power. If Mars is really the desire and what drives you to express the masculine side of your power, then the beauty of your power and the way you materially manifest it is actually Venus. So from Libra to Pisces, which is why everyone's going to attract the soulmate, you're going to, in your relationships with others, and it's not just romantic here, this is just relationships. You're going to really connect with people who you share your superpowers with. So this is going to bring up relationship dynamics where some of you have power over causality or some of you have power over the elements, you're going to attract someone who is able to wield your power. This is where those of you who watch Soul Eater or are familiar with that show, the whole Meister weapon dynamic comes through. Some of you are kings and queens, and some of you are fixed signs. Your partner is a mutable sign because you're the king or queen and they're the magi. This is where, you know what I'm saying, those dynamics are going to start to play. And Venus and Libra is going to introduce how our powers balance each other. There's going to be cardinal mutable connections. There's going to be cardinal cardinal, cardi cardi. There's going to be mutable fixed, mutable cardinal, fixed cardinal. Okay, fixed mutable mutable. So really keep this in mind because this is where the magic's really going to happen. This is where you're going to see more than ever how well you are able to develop chemistry with other people. So be in a mind to be less self-focused. I'm a first house sun. I can be selfish as hell. So for us first house centric individuals, you want to care a little bit more about how the decisions you make, especially in love, impact others. Not first before you, because that's not practical at all. But you want to make sure it's something that you balance and hold within the scales. Fixed signs. You are going to, through this Venus and Libra transit, shift your perspective over how you connect in relationships. Scorpio, you got the sauce. Taurus, you are the boss. Okay. Leo, you're the source. You got the juice. And Aquarius, you got it all. So how do you see your relationships with other people? Because the attitude you have, especially you, Taurus, the relationships you connect with are going to be directly influencing your behavior. Leo, the relationships you connect with are going to be influencing your attitude to where you're being called to express more of your thoughts in your connections with others. And I'm talking about the thoughts that kind of got you alienated in the first place. You're going to see how much this has shifted because you're connecting with more authentic people in your life to where they're now adding to the conversation instead of looking at you weird like. Scorpio, this Venus and Libra transit is going to mix your spirituality with your relationships to where you just have very sacred connections with people and very ugly connections with fake people, other fake people. And Aquarius, this is going to really affirm certain beliefs that you've had. And this is important because the philosophy of which constitutes how you share your knowledge with others in relationships will show others and you just how much more genius you've been. Because a lot of Aquariuses have had to be low key and not say things because they know it'll get people in their feelings. Mutable signs, my magi's, all right? Let me get Let me get a sparkle emoji. If you're a mutable sign and you activated your magic, okay? It doesn't even have to be a sparkle emoji. It could be any emoji, okay? Gemini and Pisces, this is going to be different for you than Sagittarius and also Virgo. And the reason for this is because Sagittarius and Gemini and Virgo and Pisces, your opposite sign relationships are ready to activate. Gemini and Sagittarius had to have a little work because Saturn had to go through Sagittarius. And then, of course, while Neptune has been in Pisces, it's been getting in the way a little of Virgo Pisces relationships. And we're not talking about just romantic. This could be with a friend you have, a romantic partner, a business partner. It's just about the energetic completion. So the reason why this is going to be different for those two signs, Pisces and Gemini, the level of magic you represent when it comes to beliefs and truth with the emotional realm and the mental realm is going to starkly transform the quality of your relationships with people. You're going to start seeing the indirect passive effect that your vibration has with others. Gemini, on a mental level, with your conversations, how you just being there can enlighten people's minds. People just start to really get stuff. Pisces, on an emotional level, that brings all the levels together. And it's going to be frightening at first because you're going to realize how your thoughts and feelings directly influence those you're around with. Gemini can talk about it. I don't think you will, Pisces. Virgo and Sagittarius, yours is the same way, but it's active. Whereas Gemini and Pisces are going to be aware of the stuff they're doing subconsciously. You're going to be aware of the stuff you do realistically and consciously to directly manifest and affect the connections you have with people. This is why you two, out of others, need to be in a position to really, 100% stay true to you, but put yourself out there. Put yourself out there and connect, especially you, Sagittarius, because it's going to be through your social circle that you're going to manifest great love. So, extraordinary love. So really keep this in mind. Other than that, I don't have too much else to say. I'm just going to go straight into pulling the cards. I don't want to make this too long of a broadcast, although there's so much more to say about the sexual relationship politics. As a Gemini, I only touch the surface because I'm really just here to open the door. But keep in mind that with Venus and Libra, this is your opportunity to show the world how much of a crap you don't give. And I'm not really trying to undermine people who do care, because there are people who are counterforce against this, and it's like, it's important to care. Don't think that you're too cool for not caring about things, and that's cute. That's really cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really talking more about not caring about stuff that is unimportant to you, okay? And when I mean that, you're going to be in a position dealing with these harsh energies throughout the whole transit where you're going to be face to face with opposing energies. And this is your opportunity to stand powerful and be like, hey, I'm still here, whether you like me or not. When we get into respectability politics, when we get into liking versus disliking, some of you are going to break through where certain people who didn't like you, they actually will like you because you actually stood up for yourself when they were being weird and trying to act like they're too cool to like you. And it's not about popularity. It's not about getting people to like you. It's just about knowing that you don't have to shrink your own light because other people don't like your vibration. If you do, you're not going to be a lighthouse for people who do. And Venus in Libra is going to attract to you people who genuinely like you. But I don't just mean genuinely like you. I mean people who genuinely connect with even your weirdest self. And this is what gets me to the last part of this Venus in Libra transit talk. On top of putting yourself out there, you have to be willing to be eccentric. You have to be willing to turn your Leo on, Okay, I'm Michael, but I'm also Archangel Michael. When I step into my Leo self, I speak that language that is incorporating my quantum ability. You need to go quantum in your relationships. If you talk to somebody and you feel that they're going to be unaccepting of this quantum self, if you feel that they don't acknowledge it, that is not the right person for you. Don't be masochistic and be like, oh, they're just not woke. Oh, they're just asleep. There's no such thing as a dark twin. I thought that was one of the funniest things to ever come out of 2014. The fact that just because somebody doesn't like you the way you like them, or the fact that you feel so connected to somebody that just because they're not on your spiritual level, they're just not woke or they're dark, is comical. No, honey, it means that they're not your soulmate like you think they are your soulmate. And the signs you get are because of karmic connections that you attach to them. But there are billions of people. So I need you to know that your true soulmate they're not going to be your yes man, because your true soulmate is going to challenge and push you, but they're going to instinctually get you. It's going to feel like you're home. It's going to feel like you don't have to explain yourself with them because they just get you. So if any of you have been thinking certain people are your soulmates or twin flames, it doesn't mean that you don't have an energetic connection to them. But just because you have an energetic connection, just because you have some kind of compatibility, doesn't mean they're your true soulmate. And the Venus and Libra transit is going to finally, have you accept this, okay? Some of you, out of fear of thinking you're not going to meet someone out of billions, most of you aren't even 40, so I don't even know where you get that from, other than insecurity. You start to attach and project to people who don't even like you, and you think that you're your twin flames. I've done this before, but in certain cases, you have karmic connections that you have to clear. So trust me when I say you are going to connect with people who get you. And the reason why it's rare is because you're rare. So don't entertain or waste time with people who don't get you. I'm not saying not to make friends with people who don't understand what you get. So if you meet somebody who doesn't believe in astrology, if you meet someone who thinks the spiritual path you walk is foo-foo, that doesn't mean they don't get you. They can still get who you are. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be with someone like that, because they can learn about it through you. I'm saying on an energetic level, someone who doesn't even respect your aura, someone who doesn't really get you, don't waste your time with them. It doesn't mean that you won't have a sexual attraction to them. It doesn't mean that you won't have some kind of spiritual connection. Some of you are super psychic. And so when you have super connections with people, you think it's some spiritual connection when it's not. They just amplify your psychic senses. Maybe they have sun on your Neptune or your Uranus. So it's not necessarily that you have some special connection. It's that you're selective. You don't notice it when you do it to other people. You will know that someone is your twin flame or soulmate because it's mutual. Say it with me, mutual. And how are you going to connect with them? You're not going to be looking for them. You're not going to be searching on online networks. You're going to be fully focused on your path. You're going to be fully focused on your soul, because when you're focused on your path, they're focused on their path, and you meet each other. They don't make the first move. You don't make the first move. You both meet each other because you know your soul, you're going to recognize. And it's recognition that creates a soulmate connection. A lot of you guys have simulated this. Are you ready for the real thing? Let me see some heart emojis if you're ready for the real thing. And we're going to do a special ritual after I pull the cards for the signs. As we get ready for the ritual, I want you to feel vibrationally and envision the relationship that you want to be in. Okay, with Venus and Aries, it was all about feeling who you have to be in that relationship. Now, I want you to breathe it in from your core source. Every meditation we do now is going to borrow from the other meditation we did about connecting to your core source. So breathe it in and then breathe out gratitude. So before with Venus and Aries, when we did this ritual, it was about who do you have to be. Now I want you to focus on who your ideal partner is. And it's not about who they are. It's about what about the relationship is ideal. So it's don't even envision who they are. What is the relationship like? Okay, what is the feel of it? What is the feeling of freedom you feel and the elation? I want you to breathe that in and charge your aura, because you maintaining this is going to manifest this quite rapidly. Okay, and it's through other people that you'll feel this. Just keep in mind, once again, in some cases, this soulmate connection may start off with a fight. Like some of you who are single who manifest your soulmate, they may not like you at first. I'm gonna be real. You may not like them too. Like you guys kind of might like the attraction is gonna be there. The sexual attraction is gonna be powerful, and there's clearly something, but you guys may not like each other. So keep that in mind. Mercury is retrograde. If you connect with someone and it doesn't work that well, or if you connect with someone and they just kind of don't like you or you don't like them, this is all going to change after Mercury goes direct and passes the shadow period. And then it's like, oh, okay, I still don't like you a little bit, but you're cool. Or, oh, okay, I like you now. So just know it's not set in stone. It could start off really well and then immediately there's an argument. So either you already started off beefing and now it's about to kind of like go through, or you start the relationship super sexually connected and then immediately you have a huge argument. All right. And it's like, ew, screw you. It's temporary. Don't give up thinking, oh, was this the wrong one? No, this is necessary. It's past residual karma. And like Sammy has said, don't force it. That just has to be confronted because both of you are partners, not just romantic connections. There's a purpose and a karmic sense of purpose that you have to be willing to connect with. I just channeled that soulmate energy. When it feels right, it feels right. Okay, so this is the energy you want to charge yourself with, and you'll know because it matches that feeling. So let's just take a few breaths, breathe it in, and breathe out gratitude. Breathe it in. T'Challa, right now, ask the universe for confirmation that you've already found them, and breathe out gratitude. Astrodim, you know damn well you arguing back. You know damn well you arguing back. Don't even play, okay? Okay? All right. All right, so I just want you to build this energy as you breathe it in. Just feel your energy charging, and I'm going to pull this. Now, once again, this is going to open up a lot of bullying. Venus in Libra is going to open up a lot of bullying, okay? Just imagine, especially when you're in school, when you see people who try and express their talents. You know those type of people who try and sing or who try and express their talents, and then you have people on the sideline hating like, oh, this person sucks, this person isn't good. Your insecurities are going to be messed with. Your buttons are going to be pushed. Do not get mad at the people who push them. They're giving you an opportunity. Throwing shade at you, all the people, I don't even want to say hating, because in a lot of ways they're not hating, they're really just expressing their opinion. So all the opinions that clash with you, don't take it personally, feel it, and then stand firm. Trust me, you're gonna feel how certain stuff you're afraid of, it's not even a big deal. Like you can literally just get independent. Some of you are used to it, especially if you're Gemini or Sagittarius. You know what I mean? So Nikita calls them hyenas. Like, don't take it personally, okay? Some people are just super salty, all right? And because they refuse to love, they're going to project on you. And don't take it personal, because just like they're doing it to you, they're doing it to other people around them too. Feel, but don't act. And above all, because Venus is going to be squaring Capricorn, when people try and push your buttons to get a reaction out of you, do not give them the reaction they want. Stay in your love. Stay in your love. Ask them, why are they big mad? And tell them that is so unfortunate, honey. Do you want some coffee? Do you want a prize? Oh, Aries moon, Aries rising. We have the 8 of Swords, and this is telling you not to feel stuck when it comes to your sexual expression. Don't let insecurity stop you from being the sexual beast that you know you are. Take what makes you vulnerable, expressing yourself, and do that. Do it past that, okay? Taurus moon, Taurus rising. I love this card. We got the Tower. So, you can clearly see the dude with the axe is the husband or the partner to the dude this young Mac is piping out, and he don't even know he about to get hit with the axe. This is like the essence of the Tower card. Taurus, I hope you're not the one. I hope you're the one with the axe and not the one without the axe. Taurus, don't be playing with people's partner like this. But yeah, this is talking about a lot of sexual release. That card is super wild. So just keep that in mind. Taurus, you might be the one with the axe, but if anything, I really just see this as very intense sexual escapades through this transit. It's going down, okay? Gemini, we have the Tower, but it comes with the Star. This is important because the Star always comes after the Tower, all right? So this is definitely speaking of unexpected upheaval sexually, but it's going to, y'all on some Thor shit right now. I feel you, Shadow Hunters, but it's definitely going, anything that kind of sparks out of control is immediately going to be balanced, okay? So keep that in mind. Taurus, I get that star quality for you too. Hopefully Taurus isn't the one with the axe and Gemini is not the one about to get hit. But yeah, keep that in mind, okay? Sexual liberation is the theme for you, Gemini. Also, your homie gets mercs, then becomes a star, you know it. Also, for those of you who haven't been getting some, Mars is retrograde in Capricorn, okay? And Lilith is in Aquarius. So it's going to borrow on the Sag energy. For those of you who haven't been getting some, I'm a part of that list. I've had a dry spell again. That's about to change. So for those of you who've been wanting more, sexual experiences, it's about to change, okay? Everyone worldwide is about to have a lot more sex. And that's because of the alchemy we need to do while Jupiter and Venus are in Scorpio. Anyway, Cancer, we have the 8 of Chalices. This is saying don't stay in relationships that you want to. Some of you are this chick here. You just have all sorts of dudes throwing themselves at you. You're probably with some dude and it's all cool, but you're just not feeling him like you used to. And this is saying, ooh, the Queen of Swords is sexy. Shout out to Libra. This is a Libra lady, right? It's like Queen of Swords is sexy as hell. But yes, Cancer, this is definitely talking about not staying in obligations. Like you can walk away from stuff that you want to walk away from, Cancer. Okay, come and get better. Leo moon, Leo rising. We have, yes, Leo, you stay with it. We have the Magician. So Venus and Libra is going to allow you to utilize your abilities in ways that will have you manifest anything. So this is really powerful because this is talking about you breaking through. It's not even a breakthrough card. And it's not strictly just manifestation. A lot more of this has to do with your sense of magic and being able to put together a masterpiece. But you must believe in yourself, which you already do. So know that you have everything you need to move forward and get what you want. Also, for those of you wanting to connect with the soulmate, you're going to connect with your most compatible soulmate because you are the one. Virgo moon, Virgo rising. We have the King of Chalices. This is the Scorpio King Pimp Daddy right here. I love this deck. All the kings and queens are just macking it, yo. Just macking it. The Queen of Cups, I think, is my favorite. Virgo, this is talking about just being chill. Okay. This, if anything, is a Scorpio or a compassionate individual who you might have sex with. I mean, who you're going to connect with, you know, very appropriately so. And this is going to really, you know, dive you deeper into feeling your feelings through the wisdom that you gain from this individual. Okay. Libra, Libra moon, Libra rising. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So we have the card of Virgo. See, the Knight of Pentacles is slick with it. The Knight of Pentacles realized, I just have to feed this chick, and it's a wrap. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, this is definitely cool. It's talking about a reliable friend who's going to come to your rescue when you most need it. It's also telling you the consistency you uphold will help loads as well. I'll be a little bit green real quick. But other than that, this is really talking about how well you can connect with such individuals. Okay. Scorpio, Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon. We have the King of Swords. I love this card. We have the Aquarius card. Yo, these kings are OD savage. You see my homie fondling this woman's boobs with his foot? This is so Aquarius. This is so Aquarius. And you see the queen looking at the side like, look at this. Look at this, man. This is amazing. Oh, look, it's a mad queen too. So you can tell she's a concubine as hell. And the queen's just like, yeah, what the hell? So, I mean, Scorpio, stay objective. This is very important because you might be dealing with such an individual yourself. I don't want to make this totally tied to like sex, because this is just talking about the level of objectivity that you need to not get too trapped in your feelings this week. Come at everything from that approach, but you're going to gain very great advice from this douchebag. I mean, from this King of Swords who might be an Aquarius. Sagittarius, Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius rising. We have the King of Chalices for you, and it comes with the Eight of Wands. I'm going to pull another card too because I don't want to get the same one as Virgo. This is talking about swift movement. I love the Eight of Wands. It's the arrows of love. You see her squeezing her boobies, all sexy while getting fed food. But we have the King of Chalices here. So we're looking at, once again, the influence of this very seductive individual who will help you mirror this within yourself, okay? You may also embody a lot of this energy willingly. Capricorn, Capricorn rising, Capricorn moon, okay? We have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is saying you can develop a lazy love, take things slow, okay? This is saying that you already have the connection with the soulmate that you need. There's no rush for any of this. What you're building is long term, and you kind of just want to experience and enjoy things at a very slow quality and allow things to just slowly build and grow, okay? And enjoy that lazy love, all right? Listen to it by Neo if you got to. Aquarius, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. Not gonna lie, this is sexy as hell. I like this card. It's the first time I'm seeing this. The Two of Wands. I remember in middle school, a lady did that to me, and I asked her out immediately. I just didn't really have relationship etiquette or knowledge, so I didn't really know what I was doing. But this is so sexy. I love it. If you're ever with me, if you're a lady and you're ever with me and you do this with me, it is gonna work. And I should just shut up. But yes, Aquarius, look at this sexy ass card right here. You are going to passionately and sexually get along with somebody very passionately and sexually. Okay, oh my God, look at this. You're gonna be looking in their eyes. It's about to get intimate. Okay, what are the things you're planning for yourself? Because the tendency and the ability to actually be able to passionately connect with someone is going to be really fun, and it's going to move forward a lot of your plans. Okay, Pisces, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. I'm not even surprised, Pisces. I am not even surprised. I am not even surprised. Pisces, why you got a dildo? Why you got sex toys with you? The devil card is talking about temptation. It's talking about that sexual lust that you know you can't shake, right? Pisces, how do I already know you're the temptation? I would tell you watch out for temptation, but you just gonna be out here tempting people all day. You just gonna be pulling up your skirt just like, hey, here's my leg. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I know you just about to be a siren, Pisces. You just gonna be like, hey, what's up? You wanna have sex with me? Yeah, you do. Here, just put your face on my boobs right now. Just feel them. Yeah, yeah. And then you're gonna pull out your evil dildo and do all sorts of crazy. This person is doing sex magic. Pisces, you out here doing sex magic, putting stuff on dildos and enchanting it and having people horny about you, and they're not even in the same room. What's up, Pisces? Do you want this to happen to you? Huh? Huh? Why is it that this card is after this card? Why is it always something with you, Pisces? Why? Why? Really? You want that devil dick so bad? You want that devil dick so bad, Pisces. You want that devil dick so bad. Shame on you. No, I'm just joking. No shame. Do your thing, Pisces. Do your thing. And yeah, that's all I got for this week. The card I have for everyone is the Two of Wands, and this goes perfectly with the Libra theme. You're going to be connecting with people who fully align with your goals. So let us now do this ritual, okay? What is it that your vision is? I want you to now give the energy you charge to Venus and Libra. And now intend for Libra to set up. See, Venus and Libra hooks it up. She is the ultimate matchmaker. So Venus and Libra will take care of the circumstances around how you meet and what you do. All you have to do is show up. That's all you have to do. If you call on Venus, make sure you show up, because if you don't, you will have embarrassed her. And next time she's going to need some wine, she may not show up in the same way. Okay. So that being said, make sure very, very, very profoundly you're in a position to just right now set the intention. Venus, I intend that during this transit, you set me up with the right partner who aligns with my vision. And just focus on that. Really imagine and envision yourself in a relationship with someone whose goals align with your goals, and you're able to marry those goals, and bam, you're on your purpose. Some of you are already in that relationship, so just talk to Venus with really working on it, okay? So I'm gonna get into the super chat. We're gonna start with Diablo Casar. Quality concentrates. Thank you for coming through. I'm going to pull some cards for you and give you a channeled message. The channeled message for you is to be very mindful of the ideas that you're having currently, because your ideas are sparking new life in people. And what might just seem as a casual idea to you is the epiphany that people around you needed. So what I'm seeing is like you're an energy source of ascension. And as people are subconsciously sending you mental energies, not even knowing, to you, it's manifesting as ideas. And you'll know who to share what ideas with. On top of this, you want to actually also rub your hands together whenever you want. You don't have to rub your hands together, but stimulate your energy and find creative ways to project your healing energy to people. So it could just be putting hands on people. It could be charging items you're about to give to people, and it's just going to be hooking them up, because your energy is starting to, especially when Jupiter is in Sagittarius, is about to be more super contagious. So just find creative ways of attaching your healing energy to things and giving it, especially to conversation. Now we have 7 of Pentacles for you, which is encouraging patience, especially with the connection. We have the Magician card, or rather we have the 10 of Swords, and we have the Magician card. So you're manifesting very magical partnerships, but you have been patient with something that has not worked as well in the past. There are certain difficult feelings and thoughts that you're shedding, and the patience through that is done, and you're ready to manifest what is truly meant for you, you have all the tools you need as well. So keep that in mind, my friend. Okay. Karima Zarifi, the card that I have for you is the King of Swords. Okay. So we have this individual right here that's very, very equipped and ready to connect with you. I get the sense this is a soulmate that you may be connecting with, an Aquarius or someone who is very, very intelligent. All right. In this regard. Got you, Diablo. Let us live. The card I have for you is the Seven of Chalices, which is encouraging you to stay true to your creative visualization and be in a position to utilize any altered states of consciousness to refocus your energy, okay? Empress Daisy, awakening process. We have the Two of Cups. Your awakening process is 100% connected to your soulmate. It's not a coincidence you tipped $2 and I got the Two of Cups. So this is talking about your awakening coming, no, I'm joking. Your awakening coming through a relationship with someone who carries the other part of your energy. And that's how you awaken together, okay? KBS, or they might activate you. We have the Five of Cups. International travel, yes, but make sure you're prepared to deal with some disappointments through the process. If you're going through any depression, clear that out so that you don't go on the trip with that negative energy. Joa, the alien goddess, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is talking about teamwork. It's talking about connecting with people in the correct way so that you can manifest your intentions with proper chemistry and you're able to utilize your skills as a team. Swirly 777, we have the Six of Cups, which is talking about connecting with the soulmate during this transit. Really look to your childhood and nostalgia because that feeling is going to come back through this person who may already be in your life, and you may already know them. Astro Dim 7, we have the Hierophant. I love this card. Yo, look at how pimp this card is. I love it. You see this Pope with the robe, and then he got these two beautiful maidens just serving him. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. So Astro Dim 7, you're gonna get your concubine. No, I'm joking. Astro Dim, this is talking about, ironically, status quo and you being able to set up a new tradition and really be mindful of how your wisdom is able to have you change certain seemingly known things in society. Demi the Pope, I like that. Lady Snake Priestess, any guidance on how to navigate the hate and shade coworkers throw at me, and what's the lesson? First of all, Lady Snake Priestess, we have the Six of Wands and the Emperor. You're on a whole nother level, especially the authority in where you work. They see a lot of your victory. They see you're probably about to get a promotion. So any hate coworkers throw at you is because they're jealous. Second, Lady Snake Priestess, it's important to know that you have a more divine mother energy. So look at the hate and shade as their childish energy. It's not just you they're projecting it to, but because your light is shining, your anointing is frustrating their demons. So trust me when I say it's not a lesson for you. It's a lesson for them. You don't have to even acknowledge it exists. Acknowledge it exists, but it's nothing you have to worry about. It's just treat it like you're dealing with remedial students. And it's just like, oh, that's just something they do. It's nothing you have to internalize because even the cards show you're winning. Like you're about to ascend to greater victory with the work you do. Okay. Christy Carabello, any message on why my boss is a hating ass bitch? Oh my God. All right. Interestingly enough, I do have the Two of Cups. So Christy, if you're single, this is talking about you being in a position to connect with a soulmate. If you're not single, then your connection with someone you're with is about to get better. Now, as far as your boss, you want to actually confront your boss and tell your boss that you don't like how you're felt. You don't have to really demand things, but try and have a heart to heart, okay? Your boss is probably going to gaslight you, but your boss is going through some very dark chapters in their life. And you remind your boss of someone that is very irritating to them, especially because of your very independent nature, and you make it very hard for you to be micromanaged. So it's purely projection. It's nothing you have to worry about, but make sure you confront your boss about it at least once. And then just a way to have a heart to heart. Dark Raw Indigo, we have the Four of Pentacles and the World. Dark Raw, you're coming into great wealth and completion. You're going to gain extra income, and this is going to be very powerful for you. So this is talking about money, 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 money. K. Martin, we have the Hierophant, and this Papa of a Pope is really going to be working with you. I get the sense you're the high priestess in the connection, and a lot of the spiritual wisdom you have, they're going to make real with knowledge that they can actually teach in a way that balances a lot of your psychic ability. Carrie Ann Pearl, we have the Ace of Pentacles. There is a healthy new beginning. This is going to be really great as far as finance is concerned, and really your health and your beauty, okay? Especially with the channeled message, your heart is literally a source right now of other people connecting. So if a lot of people come to you randomly about their relationship issues or just randomly, it's because through you, they're going to connect with the love of their life. And it could just be by being in your energy field. And a lot of this is this new chapter, this new income, this new seed and gift that you're going to manifest. And congratulations for your B-Day. Funny Val, third party, if he returns, is he still going to be playing? We have the Eight of Cups. Walk away, honey, because he very well may. The Eight of Cups, if anything, is talking about really just seeking something deeper within yourself and just in general. Tamara, should I give up on my new relationship? The Two of Wands says, work it out. It's fresh and new. Know that it can be worked out. There will be challenges, but the more willing you are to really be there, which you are, it's going to really at least show this person that you are invested and you're not really trying to play games. Sammy S., we have the Seven of Swords for you, which is talking about a bit of deception. I like this card because it almost looks like he came super quick and now he's just mad ashamed. And she's just talking smack like, seriously? It only took you like less than 5 minutes? Look at him just looking super ashamed, even though it's really him feeling cheated, okay? So keep that in mind. I think you might be messing with the one pump chump. I'm just joking. Sammy, this is just saying to really be wise and discerning and be a little bit more grilling of people you accept to you. Eula, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, the Queen of Pentacles looking boss right now. This is the Capricorn card, so it's going to link with your Cap rising. The Queen of Pentacles is saying, know your worth, love. Make sure you don't let no dusty ass homies or dudes try and smash. Make sure the person who you even let in your loins is a rich king, okay? I don't ever really think, I never really wanted to reference this song, but think Rich Sex by Nicki Minaj, okay? It's like okay, I'm specifically trying to channel this. This is going to be offensive to some people. Please don't get mad. Eula, you got that A-grade pussy, okay? You got that A-grade pussy. Don't let no whack, buster ass scrub get anywhere near that. Any dude has to like straight up do the whole works, okay? You see this queen? She ain't letting no scrub in her bedroom, okay? Like you gotta have the Midas touch just to touch her, okay? Jazz Ravenel, the card that I have for you is the Seven of Pentacles, which is really urging, once again, take things slow. You definitely want to be, yes, billionaire box, all a part of the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe, okay? Jazz Ravenel, this is also telling you to really have a very conservative outlook at how things move. You have everything in motion. You just want to really manage it. It means you have everything you need. Just don't make sure things aren't rushed for you. Wesky Snipes. We have the Six of Wands. This card is so sexual. You may have cut off a family member, but there's admiration from the rest. The Six of Wands is definitely talking about you being seen in a very powerful way that allows you to move forward because people dig what you do. So carry forth that confidence and definitely do everything you can to represent that, okay? Now, island vibes. We have the Five of Pentacles. Your life may be in chaos, and we see this here, even though the Five of Pentacles is a poverty card, I like how it still shows two people really connecting, okay? Now, you're having to go through a little bit of isolation, unfortunately, because a whole lot of how your financial situation is changing. Really ride the vibes, and the purpose of this is to really see who is true to you during these difficult times. El Jacko 2, has she woken yet? We do see the Emperor, and I pulled it out. I pulled this with you for the Sun. I'm thinking Sleeping Beauty. You got to go over there and kiss her, my dude. You got to show her the light. I don't think that she's asleep, but you are stepping into your power in a way where you can shine very, not even shine, just glow very powerfully. Okay. And through that, through your power, this will shift energy. Leslie, outside of that, it's really powerful. Leslie, we have the Seven of, it's happiness for you, Larry, actually, and power, okay, through greater authority. Leslie, we have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Be very careful about someone who seems reliable, but maybe, sneaking around behind your back, okay? If you feel distrust towards anyone, investigate it. Don't just take it at face value. Eileen G, is the guy I think my twin flame is really my twin flame? And will he contact me, or should I move on or give up? Well, I will say you never want to wait for someone to contact you if you have the opportunity to just contact them and let them know how you feel. Because you think that person is your twin flame, they aren't, because you'll know they're your twin flame. And the best way to know is if you meet them in person and then you kind of just, you know what I'm saying? So even if he's not your twin flame, contact him. Don't wait for him to contact you, and see what's up. If it doesn't work out, then move on. We do have the Five of Pentacles. He's probably not going to contact you, especially because he's focused with his own burdens right now. But yeah, this could be a karmic partner. Layla Jade, message for ex who won't let me go. Future for love life. We have the Ten of Cups. So your love life is going to be looking fruitful. There's emotional satisfaction. This chick is sexy as hell. There's emotional satisfaction for you, and there's a connection with someone who you're going to have grandkids with, and the emotional compatibility is going to be at its peak. So that's good for your future, okay? Starseed 61, don't know what to do. We have the Seven of Chalices and the Four of Wands too. This is ultimately my favorite, okay? This is my favorite card right here. I love this one. I've never even had sex in this position, so I'm going to try that one day. But yes, what you should do is creatively visualize your future and imagine it as if it already happened, and stay grateful, okay? It's going to feel like nothing's happening because humanity has not recognized the action quality of visualization and just imagination, but you are doing something, okay? Sharon Andrea, what is showing up for me with Venus in Libra and Lilith in Aquarius? Would love to know how it shows up. Well, we do have the Hierophant, and this is my side. I love this card too, the Hangman. And we also have the Hangman. So all you have to do is surrender to the appropriate order when it shows up. The Hierophant, I feel, is that Pope. It's carrying that Osiris energy. And when it shows up, you can surrender to it. And it's going to show up very official in a certain way that transforms very important energy the way it needs to. Mika, big focus. We have the Seven of Cups, but we also have the Five of Wands. And I see it as these two playing as well as this. You want to make sure you're aware of your effect on other people. And the focus really is to stay away from distractions. Nika, there are people who want to push your buttons. Stay away from distractions. Stay away from people who just want to pick fights from you, okay? And you can ignore them. Mimi Yamaguchi, we have the Seven of Swords. The energy has changed between you and the Scorpio because the Scorpio is keeping secrets. The Scorpio is not being honest, or if you're not being honest, then the Scorpio is not being honest. And the dishonesty is what you sense as a change in the feeling, okay? Which you can confront at this point if you want. Renamen, what am I missing when it comes to soul mission? The King of Wands, you're missing your soulmate. Your soulmate is the King of Wands. If you're with your soulmate, maybe he's not fully present in himself. You have everything down pat. All you need is this king to come and hug you right here and add on, because you're not just you, you're also a part of a partnership. You're also a part of a connection, okay? So you're not even missing anything. That's a good sign. It doesn't mean that you're missing it. It just means that all you need to do is connect with this other part of yourself, okay? Caroline Ledick, it's also saying you want to be more individual and independent. But Caroline Ledick, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is telling you to break through any insecurity when it comes to connecting, especially connecting sexually. Don't feel stuck, and change the negative thoughts you have deliberately by pushing yourself to do what you feel insecure about, and you'll break through this, okay? It's not like it's always been easy, but the energy now will facilitate this very well. Annie Liu, someone new coming, or is Taurus coming back? Interestingly enough, we have the World. So I want to say it's definite. I don't want to say it's the Taurus. I want to say it's someone new. What's under the World? Oh my God. This card right here is lit. Do you see his eyes? This dude is a savage. Oh my God, this dude is staring out. We have the World. So the World is talking about, I feel it might be someone new, but it's going to be a completion. If it's the Taurus, you're going to work out anything that didn't work. And that's you. You're just going to be here getting pleased, feeling all sorts of amazing, okay? So you have deserved this, and this is amazing. All right, pause your woods. Ready to hear what Venus has for me? Well, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and you already know what I said about her. Venus has top-notch love. The only condition is that you need to stand by that value. You can't entertain no scrubs, not to say that you do. You just want to do everything that you can to really spend money on yourself like a queen does, and to really hold up to that value, okay? Goddess, Queen, Mother of 10. We have the Emperor and the Hangman, which is saying to surrender to the divine masculine force. Instead of being a little bit combative and defensive, surrender completely to the divine masculine force in the way that it shows up. And so you can fully be ravaged and very much so transform very well like you internally want to be. BJ, 444 Reiki girl. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, which is talking about a lot of wealth, a lot of money, a lot of money. And you tipped 999, which is no coincidence. So this is talking about stabilizing a lot of income through your reliability and consistency. Miss Kiki, we have the King of Chalices, which is going to be someone important who you connect with to add greater wisdom to the way you connect spiritually, okay? Shout out to Sarah Rose in the building. I am the Soul Whisperer. This card literally just jumped out, and it's the Knight of Pentacles. This is a very compassionate, but rather consistent, reliable individual who you may connect with sexually. Not that it has to just be sexually, but it's someone to keep an eye out of. It's a Virgo energy, and it's someone who is reliable. It's someone who is definitely here to stay consistent to what you work on together. Karina Johnson, we have the Ten of Swords and the Knave of Pentacles. So be very mindful of someone who applies the seduction on you, because I see that they may, you know, kind of seduce you with their alcohol and their charm, and you're left kind of feeling defeated. So be mindful of people's intentions This person is definitely going to have all the sexuality and energy in the world. Gabby is my friends with benefit ship with the Sag any good. This literally jumped out, and it's saying that it's not really the best. You may not necessarily be getting exactly what you want out of it. Is honestly, if it's just friends with benefits, cool. If you want anything more, this is where things are going to get complicated. So be mindful of that. The Sagittarius is not being as honest with you as you may want. Neneru Hog, the channeled message I have for you is to confront your shadow and confront everything that has gotten you depressed. Not that you're going through depression, but as it arises, confront it directly and vocally banish it and cast it out. This is something that you may have done before, but it's going to affect so much more powerfully now and be in effect so much more powerfully, okay? Andrea Lenz, your channeled message is to be very open to people who project energy at you. Because you have advanced energy, whereas it'd be better to ignore it, you actually want to embrace what people are projecting in a way to where you can project back and help them understand what about what they're doing is projecting towards you or kind of hurting towards you. Okay, keep that in mind. And don't take it personal, of course, but be in a position to hold space. All right. Sapphire Love. We have the Death card. What does the Taurus think of me? The Taurus, what they thought is, first of all, they get the sense that you're going to change everything in their life, that you are this force of death. In order to be with you, there's a lot that's going to have to shift. But keep that in mind because it's really, really, really going to, indicate a lot of your transformative quality with them. Gabby Marino, the channeled message that I have for you is to stay true to yourself no matter what occurs. Gabby, a lot of people are going to be switching up. A lot of people who are saying a lot of stuff about what you're doing, now that you're stepping into your victory, they're going to be switching up, acting like they knew or they cared. And you have to hold them accountable to who they were before that and remind them that, they crossed that line with you and now they have to keep that same energy. Lisa, this card flew out for you, the Ace of Pentacles. There's a healthy, new, grounded beginning, maybe in a relationship or maybe in your finances that is going to help you very profoundly, okay? Ooh, congratulations, Domina. I got the Empress and the Queen of Wands for you, which totally fits you. You're stepping into this super potent feminine sexuality and feminine energy that it's great that you're with your new man because he's definitely going to help stoke those fires. So bring this passion with you. It's going to make you popular very quick, and you're going to be able to light the way for others who need to see that light. Okay, Emily Gear. We have the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Cups, which is basically saying your fears about a relationship or with being someone are going to be replaced with bliss. Everything that made you feel stuck, every insecurity that made you feel like you couldn't necessarily connect is about to literally fade away and be replaced with the opposite feeling. And it's going to be very comfortable for you. So there's a lot of bliss in the way for you. Shadow Hunters, is he my twin flame or soulmate? And will we be a couple? We have the Death card. So he may be a soulmate, but this is definitely more someone who's probably here to help you transform, which is why you feel the karmic energy. This will lead you to your most compatible soulmate. And if you're a Pisces and he's a Capricorn, it is a karmic connection in the fact that both of you are at least have a very friend connection that can lead to something romantic. But the Death card is saying this is someone that's going to help you transform, okay, and meet your most compatible if he doesn't become that. A. Johnson, we have the 9 of Wands for you, which is saying to express a certain amount of, discernment, but to not give up. Stay perseverant, especially if you found that you have been pushing for something because your fate and karma surrounding this is set to shift. The Fool and the Wheel is talking about a whole new situation with new people that is going to align so much closer to your destiny, okay? So keep persevering. Don't give up on whatever you've been working on. Eve Cardona, what up? We got the Pope card. The Hierophant is here to drop greater wisdom on you and take what you're doing and make it more aligned with what is traditional. You're stepping more into the status quo here. So really be open to a lot of the spiritual knowledge that you gain through your experiences. IMP, the message we have for you is that there's a love for you, but you have to really let go of old baggage. Any kind of disappointments or depression that you are reeling from, once that is gone, you're going to be able to connect with new potential. We have the Hierophant for you, Unica Simmons. So this is also speaking of with the Eight of Swords, breaking past and breaking through certain, how do I call it, stigmas and faux pas, to where you're going to be a little bit rebellious, or at least work with the status quo in a way that kind of adds a fresher perspective. You're going to be this Pope in a lot of cases. JY, we have the Nine of Wands urging you to once again stay perseverant. Don't necessarily give up with what you are doing in your life, and be in a position to very powerfully, look at the experience of what has allowed you to get where you are and push forward through such. Allison Beth Levy. Oh, I missed it. Love advice. We have the Wheel. The Wheel is saying to trust in destiny. Ooh, never mind. We have the Wheel and the Star. So for love advice, shoot your shot. Destiny is aligning for you to connect with your true soulmate and to connect with a soulmate recognition. So know that the more you connect with your purpose, you're destined to have an encounter with love as well. Things are going to move so well to where your dreams come true in spectacular fashion. These are really good cards. You're really lucky in love right now. What's good for me during this transit? Something in the system. There is a new phase that you're going to enter with this Knight of Pentacles. If you're not the Virgo, there's someone who's going to help open a very positive door through their reliability and consistency. This may be a new relationship in a friendly way, or at least, you know what I'm saying, in a romantic way. What's up, Heather? How you doing? Shout out to Lace Thoughts who just came through. Nikki, transit, prosperity, manifestation advice. The Two of Wands is saying to find someone who you can share your manifestation ideas with. Anyone who can see your goals eye to eye and stoke you with a lot of hype, energy, and encouragement is going to help loads, okay? Danielle Sotho, okay? We have the Two of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So if you're single, you're going to manifest your twin flame. You're going to manifest a soulmate connection with someone who is like your wish come true. You're stepping into huge satisfaction, Danielle, when it comes to love. And this relationship that you may already be in or will be in is just going to be everything you wanted. Ray of 1989, okay? We have the Justice card and we have the Nine of Wands. The message you need to hear is for you to stay perseverant in the justice and the fairness that you're expressing. Karma is very real, and you want to make sure that it doesn't matter how familiar people get with you, you make sure they follow the rules of your heart. You make sure that no one takes advantage of the kindness you express, and you make sure you stay on the right side of karma. Because what's going to happen is this long fought battle that you've been fighting to clear your love karma and to clear the negative attacks is going to happen in a miraculous clapback spell. And should you be on the right side of justice, you're going to be straight, and all your enemies are not going to be straight. Jeremy Nar, these cards came out, the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, which is saying to stay consistent and as necessarily so, stand up for yourself. Stand up for your beliefs. Don't back down. This is definitely speaking of a persistent influence. It's telling you when it comes to love, be persistent and be consistent. And don't just give up easily. Definitely show that your persistence is true. Dara, is love, passion coming my way? And with what sign? The Two of Cups says yes. Love, mutual love is coming your way. My right eye just twitched. The Tower card is coming. So it's not with someone who's already taken. It's with someone that may come from the blue. I'm trying to get a sign indicator, but the sign, it may be Cancer. I'm just not entirely sure. I got a Gemini card for the Knight, so it could be this cool dude right here. But just know for sure it is coming, and it's coming with this transit too. Jason White, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is definitely speaking of you making money in a teamwork setting and connecting with people who actually, align with the same goals as you. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's saying that this stage of manifestation is going to lead to independent financial success. So just keep up the work you're doing. Infinite sunshine, insight on psychic abilities, gifts, and strengthening them. But we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Temperance. These cards are saying take the existing psychic ability you have and just through repetition, master them. Keep on using them. Find ways to work on it every day. And the Temperance card is talking about archangelic support that through alchemy will help take opposing elements and really balance your lifestyle. Be willing to experiment with other modalities that you may not use so you can be in a position to strengthen your already mastered abilities. Clear vibrations. True love is coming in sooner than you expect. The Tower and Justice card is actually speaking of unexpected upheaval that will balance itself out. So we could look to October to where true love will come into you, but this is going to be a little bit chaotic. I don't think he's on Maui, but this is definitely someone that you can connect with. Golden Unicorn is the guy I'm concerned, my twin flame. We have the Queen of Wands and the Knave of Pentacles, so I don't believe so. The cards don't even mention him. The cards, if anything, are saying you want to really ooh, Queen of Wands got the juice too. The Queen of Wands is sexy, and you want to really tap into that sexual energy, especially with the Knave of Pentacles. I have the sense that this guy could lead you to your twin flame, but if you don't already know and you don't trust the synchronicities, they're probably not. But that doesn't mean you don't have a special connection. Daisy Jane, gaslighting husband. We are getting divorced. Any advice? It is definitely scary, but the Nine of Pentacles and the Star wants you to know that as soon as you get your divorce proceedings done, everything's going to open up for you. We have the Independent Wealth card and the Dream Come True card. And you're definitely going to step into a very amazing cycle. Divorcing your husband is going to clear up the space for you to keep your money after you split everything and to really start afresh. Really tap into the universe because hope is here. Ahmad Jivan, message for love. We have the Emperor, and the Emperor is saying when it comes to love, you have to step into your masculine power. The Emperor does not, well, it's not that they don't have support. The Emperor has their shit together. The Emperor is the imperial boss dog of all the ages, and they got it on lock. There are a lot of women looking for an emperor, as they always bitch and moan about, when am I going to read a real man? So all you have to do is be this real man, and Ahmad, they will come to you. You will have your choice. The Emperor is literally saying, focus more on your own power, which you have been doing, and you'll be straight, man. You'll be straight. Amanda Jackson, the card I have for you is the King of Chalices, the Nine of Cups, and the Hermit. So this is talking about when it comes to your love life, you connecting with a compassionate, reclusive individual, and actually you connecting with a compassionate individual on the low, and your wish is coming true. So what you've been hoping for is manifesting. So just keep doing what you're doing, okay? As a Libra lady, should I keep manifesting to be with this Sag guy I really want? Also, how do my finances look? Lexi Diamond, we have the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Cups. So keep manifesting, because you may not get the Sag guy, but you will get the relationship you want. Now, with your finances, you're going to get what you want too, but you have to get through asking for permission. You have to get through certain insecurities that make you feel stuck. Break through them by not allowing fear to stop doing what you know you should do or want to do. Brett Dickinson, we have the Seven of Cups, which usually speaks of visualization. It coming with the Devil and the Four of Wands is saying that for career, you're going to get a lot of distractions that try and take your focus away from moving forward with your career. Ignore the distractions, you'll be 100% straight, okay? And the Four of Wands will kick in. Sarah Rose, I'm confused about the relationships in my life. We do have the Emperor, but we also do have the Hermit. Your soulmate is working on themselves. They're actually mirroring you, Sarah. Your relationships are indicative of the internal work you're doing. Your soulmate is busy really bringing out their power. They're fully focused on themselves, kind of like how you're focused on yourself. And this is because both of you are stepping into your power. And so really, really keep that in mind, okay? It's speaking of an encounter between you two soon, but as you continue working on yourself, they're going to work on themselves some more. And as far as the relationships, just stand in your power. And people want you to give away your power, just don't give it away. Just stand in that, know you are this powerful emperor too, or empress. AZ is my Cali crush, still someone to invest in. The strength card says invest in yourself. You have the inner strength. You will know if it's worth it or not to you. Although with the Fool card, it's kind of saying take things light. You might want to just do your own thing and see what's new. Brown Brujita, we have the Seven of Swords. The soulmate message for you is to connect in secret, because the Seven of Swords is deception, but I also pull the Nine of Cups, and I get the sense that you're going to get your wish come true, but it's going to be in some kind of taboo way. It's going to be in some way that's not really the most conventional way, but it's still going to be what you want, okay? Marissa Ross, a card for career and a card for Venus and Libra, please. So we have Ace of Wands for career and Magician for Venus and Libra. Marissa, you are winning, okay? This is amazing. For career, this is talking about a passionate new burst. If you have any ideas you want to spark, you may do it or receive a great opportunity you want to hop on immediately. And the Magician for Venus and Libra is manifesting your most compatible soulmate. In a lot of ways, this could be what this is for you. It's just something fresh, exciting, new, and perfect for you, okay? Anna Pearly Whites, the twin flame message I have for you is the Queen of Pentacles. Stay grounded in your value, and the Hangman is to just surrender to what occurs. There's nothing that you have to do to control the situation, as the Queen of Pentacles could be sometimes a control freak, but this is really just saying that you can surrender to the way things are right now and allow yourself to have a different perspective. The Hangman is signaling transformation to prepare for your twin flame to connect with you. The Hangman is a great way of saying this is after twin flame separation and it's twin flame surrender. The Lib TV, what's my message for this transit? We have the Six of Pentacles. It's a balance card, financial flow. It's saying give who needs money and receive with what you need as well. It's definitely a great transit for financial flow once again. And if you can be philanthropic, you can definitely facilitate this. Lexi Diamond, will I meet my soulmate soon? We have the Five of Swords. So you want to make sure if there's any beef that you have with certain people, if there's any scattered mind or conflicts, you have to resolve the conflicts. It's an Aquarius card, so we can look to Aquarius season as far as timing, but I get the sense that this could happen now. Seven of Pentacles is saying patience, but you can meet your soulmate right now. You just really, really, really have to like clear away any conflicts you have with people so that they're not stepping into any chaotic energy. Thank you guys once again. You stay blessed. Do something special for Venus, a ritual to help draw the next level of this soulmate relationship in. And until next time.